today, now the 10th day of November 2025. And today, na triple birthday. Yes, for una then na YouTube. Because we na Facebook, we don't celebrate just now. But we can't play music for una because of copyright issues. But anyway, na triple birthday. Anybody will come na YouTube where they can comment say, so na triple this. I don't know say na triple this may they get issue. That means to say, you know they follow exploit triple A. That make you not sabi this triple A. If you follow exploit triple A, you go sabi this triple A. Aha. Anybody in the comment section will catch. Wish happy birthday, that's fine. But if you can't say, no me not say na triple A this. Ready for me no more. Yes, we dey draw ring, me and you. It is me, me not to light post, you know. But anyway, thank you in advance for una always get for can wish me happy birthday. Thank you in advance. Hey, Papa God. Fambulem. The month of February don't lead. So the month of February not even wait. Yes, una na YouTube una go dey ask. I be don't put the information I have for una the other day. Aha. Pass if una wala put am back, well look am. If una say one take part for make una la put am quick. For make una month. Now the information anyone in your screen. February is now leading. February say you know go green for make August lead. I be don't glad they say February no deal, but February don't come. It don't pull August na the position. If you not say one support three, now the information now and they pause and let you do it you want for do. We don't come out today. Yes. Thank you in advance to Udage Foka. Happy birthday me later. Alright. Let's go now to waiting we get for today. World Bank don't expose President Bio in failed policies them. If them be supposed for do something and then fail for do am, that means to say they failed. If they don't meet up, that means to say they failed. But you know it is sorry by this old talk. What is sorry? Liberty TV invites the financial secretary. Say, financial secretary. Now this report World Bank don't pull. We dey try for invite Sonale una come. Le una go can clarify for we. In the financial secretary tell Liberty TV online. He say let them go ask World Bank. Hey, Papa God. He say let them go ask World Bank. Yes. Let them go ask them. Because now they give number as for right now, them busy with the budgets. Just because the reports not make the Bureau administration proud. The Bureau administration, they shame by themselves right now. For that report to come out. Trust Thomas Dixon. It be needed. And Thomas Dixon able for every let we understand the World Bank report fine one. You know say what in the government do we? When them pack tin them pa we taxation for police World Bank. They even get the way they do the inflation for police World Bank. However, the report was still damning. And the Bureau administration not proud. You want tell me say if na something where them for be the court boast for? Eh? The Ministry of Finance don't go send person for let go talk? No, because then they shame. Now I make. Now I know they can deal with. But before that, just a quick one. America then puts Sierra Leone na the ban list. Yes, restriction. Visa, some categories of visa, then puts we na restriction. Now November would reach so. We not hearing nothing. So what's in they go on? Ghana not did it again. But America they make a deal. America they make a deal with Africa country them for people that when they don't want. Ghana agree, then sign up. Then pull Ghana na the list. Liberia self don't agree. How Liberia agree? You sabi that Maryland guy Kilba. That one where they say they mistake for send Ghana in country. You know Sabia Kilma Abrego Garcia. Yes. Liberia don't agree for let them send and go Liberia. So because Liberia agree, they don't pull Liberia. Now the restriction list. They now approach Salon with nothing. Eh? What's in they do we? We don't get any approach. Yeah, Gilma, where he be making news, no Maryland man. When he be send go El Salvador. Liberia don't agree to let them send and go na den country. And they make Liberia make sure say they agree say by the memorandum of understanding say they go take care of them. Then go take care of an Liberia. Kilma say, I never worry, bo. Liberia will get poor border so. Then I jail and they puts me. Me na free born. I go to move. Kilma say, I ain't worry. But right now, the courts and the federal and the Godua, because they put a ban on in deportation. Yes. Kilma in deportation, they put a ban on them. So today, as we speak, the US attorney say they don't clear all the hurdles where they need for take Kilma, pull an America, and send and go Liberia. And then they ask a federal judge for dissolve that ban, that block with them block Kilma in deportation. They can't deport her right now. But right now they don't pull Liberia come out already because Liberia don't green. So if they're not able to deport her, then go put Liberia the back. For say they come meet we say, oh, they want deport. Now we say no, we need agree. Or they don't come meet we nothing. They say, They want in the way Netherlands they accuse them say they get the Google na den country. Now they can't take post now we can go. We need to do. Then go just go team up no more now. They don't make any offer. Because a lot of people be the bash Ghana say why Ghana for even accept the deportees there. Ghana better on Africans then they accept. Well Liberia, El Salvador person and then they can accept so. Wait you do because they won't let them pull in a restriction list. America. Did see the man? Salon. Osa una de. Then I approach you now. Wait. Now because of that election, what me happen there? When they talk say the tabulation process. Now I make. Or they say but they ask for say how salon in prison and then they say na Pademba Road. They say don't see Pademba Road. Say no. We can't make agreements with salon. The employees is not correct. Salon. Well, since America no can una no go meet there. Una no go meet there. Say we don't wait table, una no gree come, so say don't come. Now this offer we get for una. So Vicky Rimo, he write, he say, US travel restriction per Liberia, they don't reverse them. He say, cousin, then I'm when not saying and I they talk. Cousin, can you focus less? For say one for replace President Bill and focus more on diplomacy and engagement for make the US ban on Sierra Leone then go able for Pulam. He said thank you for your attention on this matter. Mine say Vicky, mine say he said that way they talk so. I mean chef can make like say you get connection. Say let you go do one. If you need the help, let you contact her no more. He say for right now, in how for replace President Bill. He say because he said that he say the first lady Fatima Bill true say he want for replace Iman. Yes. Now they don't begin command and do with her. He never debunk and force. He never debunk her. So now inside the SAPP, the SSF now, people are holding at the other camp. The NSF don't come on and do it and say yes. The first lady get the intention for replace Iman. Personally, I feel saying a bad idea. Now so me think. Yes, the bad idea. But however, let they go no more. They say, oh, that's what they tell Michelle Obama, let go after Iman. I say, I don't mix me there. How me man they come on and so they come on together. At least, Iman in legacy. Anyhow you look at if na bad one now, if na good one now, he still stand. But if the first lady come then get in that position, then you know make her. I will end and get for take now. I like they say self, I call her free quality education. They say, na scam. Well, now with the free quality education, I ain't not take win so. Yes. And then they talk now say, hands off our girls. They say, well, you see, who say hands off our girls go? I saw I see him. I personally, me tell you, say personally, and so me see him. I might be wrong. That's fine. But I saw I see him. Okay. Let's go inside the reports. Because that's the all the questions now we go they can say, oh, the first lady na Sierra Leonean, na Gambian, then go now for Fet Sawandi. If they get for fixing it, trust me, they don't fix it. Then go pull that certificate for you. You go surprised. You go surprised. If you think to say the first lady they team up, then you want anybody argue say, oh, na Salon in born. No, he be saying na Gambia in born. Pada. He be say yes, but that interview, he talk say if I like papa can salo for can dig diamond. But so then go pull back certificate say na kono ibonadit. He say Leone, what God cannot do if na lie. Ask Osamu does not exist. Logo Liberty Online. Yeah? Logo Liberty Online. Thomas Dixon. What he talk about economy? He say,
economy na see where they do propaganda.
Talk back by say wetin?
Economy na see where they do propaganda about.
Thomas Dixon say economy. They do propaganda para. But if me belle empty, they can't tell up me say a belle full. Impossible? You think c'est possible for let be say me belly empty? Then they can't tell up me say no, a belle full. You need to do propaganda day. You can do propaganda all side, but para bon my business. President Bill say talker, he say waiting.
Plenty man wait to make them happy all the time. Now when they're angry, they're not even for soccer. So they make one match for everybody. If you don't get in bomb and money, when I eat some Monday eat. I swear, the whole day na smile anymore.
I swear. Economy, the propaganda para. Either you fine for me or you not fine.
Because the economy show for itself.
It is show for itself.
Figures, data, statistics, nothing that we know they lie. When you put them out, they are self-explanatory. So for me, I think there are lots of things we will need to do. There are a few positives, and because this report, first of all, I want to see this report in the launch. When they launch this report, we are all expecting the people in the fiscal and monetary sector of this country, when are the Ministry of Finance.
Listen, when they launch the reports, government officials they all boycott. They not agree good. Papa God. Them boycotts. Listen, Thomas Dixon they tell we all.
And the Bank of Sierra Leone for be represented, and because in the program of event they were supposed to give for example, the bank governor for the commentary.
The bank governor for go who side they launch the reports.
Meaning government's own position on this report. But we see both the Minister of Finance, we been in at the program, no attend.
Minister of Finance boycott Grigodi.
And the bank governor no attend.
The bank governor boycott Grigodi. Then they shame. Then shame by themselves. Imagine if this one been go in their favor. If this particular one, we may hear so. If he be go in the government in favor,
be light alive or light.
Be light alive or light. The president self forbidden it. I say,
be light alive or light.
Yes. The vice president self for the all man for the if he be there in their favor. But he not in their favor, so then boycott.
Rather, a director na the bank governor office na he represent him and he finally launch him.
So the director na the bank governor office na he go launch him. Tiwo na the bank governor safe. The other team, Francis Benkaifala, in carry ACC report na State House. Where some say World Bank, they know they do and that with it. Therefore, don't say they then go na State House. The part for don't agree. Or so say them no, then we don't know what's inside the report. I made them balance. Then we don't know.
So the issues in this report, these are issues we all know, say they exist. For example, like inflation don't come down. We all know say inflation don't come down to single digit.
Inflation come down to single digits.
It was highlighted in the report that inflation don't come down to single digit, and that the reason why make inflation come down drop to a single digit because of tight monetary policy stance, increased domestic food production.
Yeah. Now they make them say inflation don't come down. So the reason the way they give, now in Thomas Dixon the outline so.
Decline in global and energy prices, exchange rate stability. These are a fact. Another issue where the World Bank highlighted this report now the fact say we bank them.
Listen. Because we get the inflation, okay, good. The bank they waiting and they do.
That means the bank they will get Nasalo, they operate Nasalo. Then bank them. Then rather first of all the banking situation as a Leone is very stable, profitable. But we bank then rather give loan to then rather give government guarantee and then give to private individual. They go shock you for no saying that only 12%. And bank then they give as loan to private companies, to people then when apply rather than prefer for where the World Bank say they crowd out.
You understand, eh? Private company, 100% private companies, if they go to bank for ask for loan, now only 12% of that 100% we go ask for loan at bank. Private companies, now only 12% now in the bank they agree for loan. The bank prefer for do business with the government. Yes. So expect private company for make am. Where bank them prefer for trust government than then trust individuals. And now individuals that then go able for help for create jobs them we go help because government no go able hire all man. So the negative part on the government that one day.
Private sector investment, meaning it is slow down, it make private sector not able to invest and able to expand, especially small businesses. So they grow because they get much more loan facilities from the bank. They say the risk to debt sustainability has worsened significantly. With debt, it all worsened, despite the fact that public debt don't decline by 44% to GDP of GDP, but debt risk is still high, and they assess we as sustainable, predicted on strong fiscal adjustment and macroeconomic stability. The report they say most of we SMEs or small businesses they are the informal sector. So now government for come with a policy where they bring this informal sector.
Yes, the informal sector. Now they the business day. They make it and they all sign. I make street trading but say any small side got a self. They don't come put markets day. The informal sector. Remember say now I make the banks then say then they try for capture the informal sector then they can inside the banking system. But how then they do an Sierra Leone? And they say be every month. Why they see then they cut then they cut every month then they cut. Not see you keep your money there is no interest. Then I for cuts no more and then they take your money do business. And I'm we don't use for put in under in Shukublai. When guy say they don't cut I wanted to tell they say no left for no matter go keeper.
Into the formal, they formalize the informal sector. And let government say they get revenue and let them informal say, but when you get a situation where in people they not get the resources for expand, for example, or they not get the basic training of how to operate them businesses, is also a stumbling block to growth. So for me, I think say government gets a lot for do for ensure say this report. They don't need for shy away from this report. There are several things in the report where I believe say not favor government, where perhaps that they make government the vex by this report and no one for talk on them. But there are also brilliant recommendations in this report.
Yeah. But could see nene we not fine. By the report, some governments they shame. Thomas Dixon, talk back by 17.
We perhaps an enemy government the vex by this report and no one for talk on them. But there are also brilliant recommendations in this report where if government follow them, they go able for solve this problem of joblessness. We all know now, we all know the common phenomenon in our country of young people, most young people, because they're idle, then they go resort to drug, then they resort to mental health and mental issues and so on and so forth. So government need to pay attention on this particular report.
Dixon, I read the report last night, and one thing will catch my attention, and it's good we as journalists them for the focus on some of the reports there, because when you look at last week, Budget Advocacy Network again pulled reports of the similar nature, and if you compare both reports, the issues are the same. So the World Bank and Budget Advocacy Network, basically they say the same thing. Reading at these reports under the fiscal performance and vulnerability, one thing will catch my attention. Now when the World Bank they talk about weak fiscal discipline, where they undermine macroeconomic stability and also recurrent budget overrun and the high deficits. When you listen to His Excellency in speech, where they just take over office in 2018, one of the things that President Bio emphasized on now for instill discipline in salon economy. But the World Bank year in year out, they talk about indiscipline in the way how governments they spend money. What are the missing link with waiting the president can talk and waiting can end up happen? Is it that now weak fiscal discipline in the country gets, or President we not able get it somebody for handle the issues of the economy now in government?
First of all, I think say the budget advocacy report you write. Advocacy Network report, right? They talk about the what we for gain from tax exemptions, where we don't they give freely. So either companies say one for law, businesses for cam, and we lost a lot.
Yes, governments they give bonus, they give concession. What team people them for pay for? Them big company they all call business as Sierra Leone, then they make let them pay. But we the ordinary man there, now we then sabi pack tax pa. Yeah.
Yearly. The World Bank reports, they tell we about two things. They talk about fiscal discipline. And under fiscal discipline, the World Bank say, it's a revenue loss. Money we would all lost, we forget from revenue. For 3 years, we lost about $24.7 million.
Bam. Hold on there. Now they go back for go trust. Now they go big World Bank say, but they can't lend swim money. Yeah, and some people like you say, World Bank now this ba, now that ba. Okay. In 3 years, how much they say we lost in 3 years?
It's a revenue loss. Money we would all lost, we forget from revenue. For 3 years, we lost about $24.7 million.
$24.7 million now we lost in 3 years. Money way for cancer per revenue. Yes. Money way for cancer $24.7 million. But then sabi usai then they put tax them with the money, the ordinary man, the money
for the past 3 years because of EcoBank. With regards to this same pattern, we still say currently the finance manager.
You know, Dixon tell them
of NRE is on the run.
Yes, the finance manager and NRE don't run away.
Is a fugitive for short practices.
Yes, you sabi. Remember that I tell them say almost million when I bounce back, then transfer the money. Man, they still where they do them. Now so they lost money them $24.7 million.
So the World Bank they say in 3 years of this government, 3 years we then calculate them, Salundo lost about $24.7 million as a result of them transit bank fraud and they tax areas, contract non-compliance, unpaid royalties from e-passport sales, uncollected fees from fiber optic cable agreement, duty waivers. So it's the report similar to Budget Advocacy Network. And then the World Bank about expenditure, they say in terms of expenditure, Salon don lost about $32 million.
You check. Now we dey go back to them people there for trust. When they check down and say it's in the bill say, oh, that waiting and we World Bank come, we go cancel, they make the books them. Now World Bank will pull the reports on the all and shame, they no gree goody. In 3 years, how much would I lost back?
In terms of expenditure, Salon don lost about $32 million.
$32 million in 3 years.
Over 3 years. In terms of expenditure, particularly we gave a link to non-performance contract, missing procurement documentation, and inadequate supporting documents. Beaucoup of them think they don't make the country dollars about 32. Imagine, these are huge money. These are money you can put and say you want for bill hospital. You want for bill hospital. The other time, Cap Power will need for pay about $40 million.
Imagine. So that money are always we can't account for. You gotta ask, wait, where anti-corruption? Who side and they? But then we know I know.
You put $32 million and $24 million together, you pay Cap Power. So
they will lock the leakage then with all the figures of missing money there.
No, the leakage, in fact. For me not to leakage again, that Samba got now get now.
You say wait see?
For me not to leakage again, that Samba got now get now.
Leak seed. What you say?
For me not to leakage again, that Samba got now get now.
What you say? What you they talk? What you they talk?
For me not to leakage again, that Samba got now get now.
How you go say? Na Samba got now get? And you are not fine. Because
the man that they use and drink more than it.
You say what is sir?
The man that they use and drink more than it.
So now make from the leakage we turn into Samba Gota. Because
the man that they use and drink more than it.
Then they use them to drink more than it. Alright. So, because the man and they use them to come on and it.
For me not to leakage again, that Samba got now get now.
Okay. Makes sense.
The man that they use and drink more than it.
Okay.
The leakage don't widen.
Don't widen.
Because every now and then you hear the other day which happened with NRA staff then our attack about some containers that we pass we not go through. And these containers get the perforated mark of NRE, the documents then get them, but the money not reflect at the consolidated fund. Every now and then these things happen.
Yeah.
So, but they be unable to lock the leakages. These persist, the thing they continue. And then the World Bank also they tell we say despite the fact say we don't improve in revenue generation, but we budget the overruns. That means say we spend money we not budget for.
You say what you say?
That means say we spend money we not budget for.
I think so no go spend what you no budget for. Because na net.
The man that they use and drink more than it.
So when money come, you go spend what you no budget for. That's the thing. If you don't use all you drink na net. What you say, sir?
The man that they use and drink more than it.
When money can you go spend what you no budget for?
That means say we spend money we not budget for.
Because you use it drinking on it.
The budgetary overruns is too much. What they spend pound. You go see the last time I report say a certain company they will government pay about $60-something million for roads we not exist.
Well, remember that one there, where World Bank become, where they ask, where even when they ask the Minister of Finance, the person na roads authority, everybody not able for points. But later, I don't forget, Oda begin points were road. Okay.
I don't want to delve into that matter, but if you look at this report, the report they also pinpoints to that fact They say persistent budgetary overruns reveal significant public financial management weakness. Expenditure execution overall suffers from non-performing contracts, inadequate documentation. The overruns in investment spending highlight weakness in public investment management, public financial management, as well as weak coordination between the Sierra Leone Roads Authority and the Public Investment Management Division of the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development and the Ministry of Finance to monitor the execution of road contracts in line with commitment and approved budgetary provision. So the World Bank, they also highlight something with very keen eye where they happen either between and among Sierra Leone Roads Authority, the Ministry of Finance, wherein sometimes they cannot even pay contractor. Then they pay and double.
There. Tell him back, tell him, see what seen Thomas?
Wherein sometimes they cannot even pay contractor.
They don't even pay contractor. What thing they do back?
Then they pay and double.
Yes. Now scheme. Then they pay and two. Oh. Corruption, anti-corruption. So with this, you think say we need anti-corruption? We tell you there is so. Anti-corruption has been politicized. They don't like for you that. They don't want for you that. But that's the truth. Now make anti-corruption na Sierra Leone no go ever. Anti-corruption are just a way for go after the one them we know they speak the same way as the powers that be. Yes. We then all know they see the same side. Now the anti-corruption therefore. Because all waiting the is so. Now waiting. Okay.
For the same contract. Sometimes they pay contractor for even things that we not do. So the World Bank, they highlight that when a budgetary overwork now cost problem for them, we not been get up till now we not get we budgetary support from IMF yet.
Yes, IMF all them budgetary supports. IMF all. They say no, then why would they give them 18 and then kikabe come out spawi back when they give them? Then kikabe make pot spawi. Okay, now they say wait sin. Well, IMF just give money. World Bank just give money. But World Bank self and IMF now they are cook one day, huh? All this go yeri, but wait just now. Then get for support because then he say now for we the individuals and the citizens then now we then the help for. But then they not go mean to say they not go tell the government then fault them.
Because IMF say we need for fix this budgetary over to spend on electricity and roads.
Where we now see.
For me, I can ask myself, where are these roads we then spend this budgetary overruns? Electricity, for it can be understandable. Say we owe huge amount of money to Kapawa, and we that is if we know the bloat the money where we go for pay to Kapawa.
There, eh? So even that believe in all they say. Sometimes they bump the money, let the money look big. Sometimes more than 1 million, we tell Kapawa so na know you. We go tell the people and say na 4 million we owe na. So we go take money na World Bank or IMF, we go tell them say we don't can pay Kapawa because we need for pay them. Okay.
But we get huge debt. But when you look at the roads, and this now highlights a certain media practitioner who is saying call World Bank. This is World Bank report is in there that we are spending hugely on the roads. And then they call for a coordination, a proper coordination, because the World Bank self not they believe say the money that we government they say them pay on the roads if we need to see the road.
You know, tell them back. You say World Bank self not believe, eh?
The money that we government they say them pay on the roads if
wait, you say World Bank self say they not believe?
And then they call for a coordination, a proper coordination, because the World Bank self not they believe say the money that we government they say them pay on the roads if we need to see the road. If then they make road, we don't this year. Say they make road from here to yonder. But we are spending money. For example, you spend that huge amount of money on roads, and then you've not seen the roads. Where are the roads? This is the question we're asking.
The roads are there. The roads are there. Just open your eyes, you will see the roads. They need it.
Where are the roads? And this is the same thing the World Bank is saying here, that there should be proper coordination between Sierra Leone Roads Authority and the Ministry of Finance. The other day, last year, December, remember I said them pay somebody go withdraw na one bank na month where the person where when they go withdraw the Ministry of Finance alleged staff then and then go and then pay this money, they are not a person go withdraw them. When the person no actually waiting for get this money, no get them, and he raise alarm. So
we all remember that 10 day, where Francis Benkefala be go take money, we put boku money in table. Remember, Yes.
These things are occurring. Then they happen every time between Ministry of Finance and Sierra Leone Roads Authority. So that is why the World Bank is saying, for stop these huge budgetary overruns. Thing they own are not budget for. We're now on a budget, now on a spend. It actually they affect the economy.
The thing that we person no budget for is spend them because
the man then they use them drink more than it.
Now him Nick. So we wake in the morning, he get for spend waiting not be planned for.
For example, if you talk about fiscal discipline, and why make President Bio, for example, get it wrong, most of the travelings where the World Bank highlight.
Travelings, the World Bank say, imagine, so not to say, now we no more, the Gomu say, the president, they travel 2 months. World Bank self pick them up. World Bank, I must stay a coluna. Okay, there they go.
See, we spend hugely, we don't loss of forex hugely to goods and services, including overseas travel.
Overseas travel, including waiting.
Overseas travel.
Yes. World Bank pick overseas travel up. You know, so don't make special account right now for the president for the fly. Yes, World Bank pick her up.
Most of this travel, they are not budgeted for.
No depend budget.
That is why, for example, the Ministry of Finance created a special account.
Bam 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 bam. Yes, special account.
At the Bank of Sierra Leone, we then dub presidential traveling account.
What's in the account name?
Presidential traveling account.
Presidential traveling account. For the president in travel one, where you get big man, where you know say that this elect, and for please him so that he go to smile. You know, like I smile so he's here. Now that smiley be the tell we about. Yes, that smiley. Now be the tell we about. You know the smile? What's he be say?
Get in bomb and money when I eat your Monday eat. I swear, the whole day na smile no more.
The whole day na smile no more. Okay.
There's a special account there because they know say the president elect travel.
Elect for fly. The president elect waiting?
Elect travel.
So they make special account for appease them. For appease the pa.
So they put this account there for presidential travel account. So and there you get some of these things not to way I make us say I tell you at the beginning say economy not to they make propaganda about. The facts and figures are there. For example, where inflation can down to a single digit, we all attest to that. Say on paper, inflation don't come down to a single digit.
Yeah, you see Dixon say he say on paper. On paper.
It is a left now for let this inflation reflect on the average man in pocket. A left now for let this thing reflect. And this report also they say since after the COVID, poverty don't increase in this country.
You say waiting?
Since after the COVID, poverty don't increase in this country.
Now so World Bank say. Now so they say. World Bank say waiting?
Since after the COVID, poverty don't increase in this country.
Since after COVID, Popolipo don't increase in the country. So you can sit down here with they talk. Some people can just fit to say, oh, they hate the government, so and lie then they lie. Yeah, you what World Bank say? So even at the end, World Bank go get for do a thing they not even want for do because then they think to say now we the citizens them where the Popolipo don't increase by because when they go big now we name them they use for big. Government say they go big and what say for them they go big using our name for say oh poverty don't increase for people them there. Una can lend free money, logo help for salvage the situation where people and they go through. Now so then they go tell World Bank. But they don't collect the money. What thing they do with them? Then create an account for appease the pa will like for the inside private jets they fly. Ghana. I don't know if anybody then will look Wodemaya. Wodemaya, if go with the Ghanaian president, na China. The Ghanaian president na China, not a private plane use for go China. No. Na commercial flights na use. When last you see President Bill sit down inside commercial flights? The Ghanaian president. Yes. Commercial flight. At least at 2025. Oh, this time something will happen. Not too long ago now they tell you so. President Bill say wetin? He say, oh, in a Ghana president, you na Salon president. Don't no compare on all two. Sorry, sir. No, now when you use commercial flights, because I don't know when last you use commercial flights. You say if you check out not to better money for use private jets and encourage them. Commercial flights and they use. Even if they business class, it's still cheaper than waiting than private jets. Okay.
And we know they get the report they say don't say we get actual statistic on poverty, but they use a process where they see poverty, the level of poverty na Sierra Leone since after COVID don't increase drastically.
Level of poverty don't increase drastically in Sierra Leone.
Well, I mean, the government need to pay attention. That is why they are recommending for job creation. Because people are poor. What they will resort to. That's why most young people are resorting to drug. So, because they are poor.
What's not the reason we make lower inflation not reflect to the prices them? What's not the reason?
The economists then will able to explain that better. But me no, I find it very difficult for explaining why. But when you read this report, and they tell you about slower growth. Inflation can down, but growth is slow. It has been muted, it's slow in 2024 and has remained that way in 2025. So despite inflation on candle, there is less growth.
Less growth.
You know, so people are not able to see this money, now they're not able to feel it in their pocket.
Ibrahim, for now, what I say no to China? I say what the Maya and the Ghanaian presidents go to China. You say no to China and Japan? We are left no. I don't know if they go Japan back, but me they tell you that China then go. You are they talk about where the Ghanaian president use the, I think it was Ethiopian airline commercial flights. So you then go na Japan. Okay, say that in another one, but not tell me say no to China then go. Hello? I know it's how they talk.
You understand? For example, we get with dollar, exchange rate they say is stabilized, it's stable. Although they think say that way inflation they can down, because what me they see in Ghana from their economic analysis, which are the CD, in just 1 year.
Na Ghana. What is in Ghana?
Inflation can down na Ghana.
Inflation can down.
So a single digit. But it's reflected on the dollar rate. Dollar can down drastically.
Yes. We own inflation the can down, but we dollar nearly can down. Oh, President B say, see, I tell you, Ghana different from Saloon. Now make we they take private plane. Hey, I need the President be careful tell me just now.
It's reflected on the average man in Ghana in pocket. So for we now, inflation can down.
But what's up with the dollar rates?
But for the foreign exchange, the exchange rate between the Leones and the dollar remain the same. We not see the candle.
I think the inflation rate can is the only good thing we can point.
Well, yeah, it's yes, is the only good thing. But there are good things here where the report they recommend to government for do.
Yes, then get recommendations. But when they boycott now for go there, then go do their recommendations. Then they one go on for us.
For example, they tell government say, una for expend within una limit. Una avoid overruns, budgetary overruns. Una left for spend above the budget. If una want spend above the budget, una want spend more, una put under the budget.
Then what's in another puts on the budget? Now in then they spend pa. So World Bank they suggest say, bra, una what's una want spend? Una put under the budget. Why una they forget for put on the? Una put on the.
So there are a lot of things on the good
In
side.
as much as
And the reports also they mention, also they talk about say we get mining. The report they mention say yes, there is huge mining in one of the area the way they increase with economy, with figures, but at the same time, mining not they produce enough job for people. This brings me to the fact the point is what's in the local Sierra Leone local agency. They get this local content agency they do. Because a lot of activities in the mining company. For example, if a mining company, for a mining company, they can mine as alone. We expect say people like finance manager, public relation officer, business development officer. These are skills that will get as alone. But go to some of these mining companies, they take a PR agent from outside. They take auditing institution from outside. They take a lot of these things from outside. They know they give this job to we local people and for let them do. I've been to a mining company, a Chinese mining company, I will not name them here, where the director of communication, not Chinese. What is he communicating to Sierra Leone? In a mining company, for example. So you get the director of finance. You want to tell me say people and they win financial, we get financial expert in this country. So you get there are a lot of things where we need for the do. Where I think certain agency and to be honest, the local content agency, then don't be recently they monitor. I've seen few reports where they don't go now some companies them, they don't highlight say no, this no, not for do, not for bringing a Sierra Leonean for do, but the follow up. And sometimes they can independent and they get one call from somebody within a higher authority telling them say una stop. Una not go under again. So there are a lot of these things. So despite the mining, we get mining at this country, but mining they produce slower, they produce enough job.
Mining no they produce enough what you say?
Slower, they produce enough job.
Dixon, the World Bank say Salon external accounts them, then they under serious pressure despite improvements on the trade balance. And the report also states the current account deficit in narrowed down to 4.7% of GDP inside 2004, where now because of strong cacao exports. And also it talk about the international reserve rate decline to 1.5 months of imports cover by August. All of the issues there, if you relate them to what IMF they say, that the same things themselves they say.
Well,
so the question of donor confidence in the bill-led administration.
Well, the question of donor confidence is drastical, is slowly waning. Meaning is slowly the donor confidence slowly they come down. As I talked to during the launch of this report, I talked to somebody close to the IMF. And he tell me say the same. Some of these analyses are the same when it comes to IMF and for put out. And I ask, I say, why are you guys still giving budgetary support? Well, he say, well, we are not doing it. We are looking at the people. We are not doing it for government.
Yes. America back say the same thing. You know when people and they say, oh, after the election, where America say then gets people in a list. Where after this administration we go know who Bukanaya and who don't know Bukanaya. For right now then they allow them for come on official. Only on official. Waiting get for do for the people of Sierra Leone. Now they make them kanaya. After where this bio administration, power go down left there, but then go down left power. when they not going for come again for use the people of Sierra Leone say, oh, will they come on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone? Then people in they where they not really stay, they not going for able for come now. So they only left there now for come because for we. So now under we own banner, now then they come. After the job go down left them or then left the job, they not going for able for Canada. So now the same thing World Bank they say. You say, wait a minute and go give them money. Say, well, then they do it for government too. Then they do it for we, but then still they point out to governments they miss up. You understand? Okay.
If we say they withhold funds, the people of this country will suffer.
Yes. So now they idea that one day.
So as you rightly say, this the current account deficit don't narrow higher than expected due to higher than expected export. We largely due to iron ore and cocoa export. Then merchandise imports recovered, but growth is slow due to improved domestic production. They highlight PC and Sons. You know, say PC and Sons don't they do a lot of onion production. They highlight Capital food where they do this. Then they do chocolate and they do juice.
Mega Cola, that company there.
So there are several good things about Sierra Leone. In terms of private company, where they do well, where the World Bank mentioned.
Unfortunately, none of them are Sierra Leoneans. That's unfortunate, though. It's good, it's there, but remember, not to Salon people them. PC and Sons, they are Indians. Capital Foods, they are Lebanese them.
And when it comes to the forex reserve, they say it don't fall between it now 1.5 months. We mean say now 1 month and half. Now in this as at September this year, that means 2 months ago. That's so we reserve them.
We reserve the 1.5 months. So let's say if we not get nothing we can inside, we able to sustain we say for 1.5 months. After that, bigger 11 go can inside.
And then they say now because of external debt service payments, we get for a lot of payments who they do, we get for paying forex. They also they say now the fiscal spending on goods and services will include travel expenses, and then they say payment of energy areas, which we Oka Power and other energy service providers. So for me, I think say there is the confidence, the donor confidence in the government slowly they reduce. So the government need to do more, and the Ministry of Finance are responsible for fiscal policy. The Bank of Sierra Leone are responsible for monetary policy. So these two people who are in charge of the economy of this country, they need to do more for regain that confidence again, and for both the World Bank. You know, when the World Bank, the IMF give you clean bill, you also they get huge support from other partners like EU. They are all waiting on some of these people to give. If the World Bank and IMF not give clean bill, then there is a problem for you.
Dixon, we look at the feed salon. One part of the recommendation where they say prospect day if we're going to agriculture. Yeah, you see with them.
Well, so far there's some amount of progress because the local production actually lead to it don't slow down importation.
Feed salon
of some goods according to the report. So there is a little progress. All is not wrong with regards the feed salon. If we able for the other day I listened the president on Nakambia where they talk say we all need for plant. We all no need for plant. If we able to get private sector investment into agriculture for feed a country to individual farms, the feed country.
Yeah. So Dixon they say yes, be president Nakambia they say oh let all man go na farm for plant. You see na private investors them. Yeah, now then go able for feed country. That's how everybody small farm them.
A private sector investment now in the feed country into agriculture now in the feed country now go make like for example we mentioned the onion production lungi with PC and Sons do. A private sector investments recently they get huge support from IFC, not to individual. We makes like by now we don't in onion crisis. We make this onion crisis stop. We don't limit importation of onions. You look at cacao, where then they do now, where capital they buy from local farmers for transform them into chocolate. This is a private sector investment. So that individual farm, all money for going to farm. I think that is not the way to go. A feed salon for succeed, government get for law, private sectors, private investment into feed salon. But if you say, if the president loosely talk, say, hey, everybody need for get farm, not everybody will be farmer. The president can get farm for a model, a farm for show say, really I want this state for succeed. But the president and the government should also ensure say them bring in huge private sector investment into agriculture for we able for meet this the priorities in the feed salon agenda.
Now we look at the debt sustainability and risk. One of the things the way the World Bank highlights inside this report we discussed this morning. And then the bank says Salon they face heightened risk to debt sustainability due to budget overruns and high borrowing cost. They also talk about the risk of debt distress is assessed as high as debt service to revenue estimated at 125% in 2004. For somebody who not unfamiliar with the bank, then reports there and the figures the way they can put go on for say these are very alarming figures than this coming from the World Bank, Dixie.
Yes, debt, the World Bank they say despite the fact that public debt don't decline to 44% of GDP at the end of 2024, but debt sustainability risk remain high. Then they say the reason why make it remain high are due to notable liquidity crisis. That's one. They say high debt servicing and high rollover risk.
Yeah. Okay.
The high debt servicing, I mean say we pay beaucoup money for service with debt, then particularly with external debt. And then they also they tell we say debt risk are high and are assessed as sustainable. They say domestic borrowing, for example, is huge. But government, the post way represents government na the launch say that's actually don't reduce.
So World Bank they say we dey trust too much inside salon. Government they trust too much. Now make them bank then they prefer them trust government before they trust private businesses. He say the person go represent the government say no, they don't reduce themselves. Then they trust better again.
Domestic borrowing don't reduce. Now they don't try for fix that for let them reduce them drastically. If we're not able if we revenue for money not able to they generate, not able for facilitate or pay with debt, then we are in crisis. Even at the continuing economic updates we put recently, they say the revenue they generate is not enough for able for sustain with debt. Where they give a lot of challenges to government, and some of these challenges, then debt here. So the World Bank also make a recommendation: say government actually get for look at priorities, a well coordinated for coordinate certain things. And before you give contract, you get for ensure say the money dey, but go give contract money no dey. Go give contract money no dey. That's and then debt and then just the add more debt. So the World Bank they say we need for sustain with debt within what they generate as revenue. But as it is now, we are not doing that. Efforts are being made according to the report for we debt come down, but we get a very very high debt and we revenue they generate not enough for sustain that debt.
With all this kind headache and all the kind of boku in the way affects bank the economy, you feel like say we get hope in the next year before Dr. Pabio intended done?
Well, for me, I think say government's able for follow some of these recommendations. Mark you this report to come year in year out, and also government able for follow audit recommendations. Because not to say audit some of them things they are audits not the highlight them. If you read the audit report, then they highlight some of these things.
And we dey wait next month by now. We go dey deal with last year on audit reports. Let us see if you go match with waiting World Bank report say. Or
contract away they not deliver on. Contract away they need for provide explanation for. And just this year we get a parliamentary account committee way strong. They're able to recover about $2 million according to the Sierra Leone economic update.
Yeah.
when at the Ministry of Finance they pull. So if we get a very good public account committee, some of them money they already lost, they can able for recover.
But when they see outside the deputy speaker where they sit under PAC there as the chairman, it really become on then private it really become an MD there working fail for key accounts, but the money government
that make the I tell you see because of in robust nature. You know say for the past 3-4 years we not been get public account committee on audit report.
Nothing. Then they see don't para nothing not be there happen. So because of Honorable Tawa, we able get $2 million we can inside.
But since we Honorable Tawa Conte come as deputy speaker and chair of the PAC public accounts committee, we were able for this year to recover $2 million of stolen money. Imagine if we may not operate PAC, the public accounts committee in a parliament is robust and strong before. How much money they for don't recover?
The issue now is now how people that when President Biden appointed them, it puts them for be like a gatekeeper and then different MD there. How come them kind billions of Leone they get missing now until it reach to audit stage, it go na the PAC before they're able for pick up?
For me, I think say some of these MDs, then some people that we the president cannot be everywhere. But some of the people that we put, the people that we trust, say for help and for manage the country.
Mm-hmm.
And if some people they actually don't misperform, we don't lead to loss of revenue or loss of money.
Fire them.
I think say the president for take action by either sacking some of them, let them go with other people in camp.
So what's he make the president not they sack them? What's he make you know they fire them?
Yeah, Joblo Obanda Jabla.
So you want to say na him make?
Yeah, Joblo Obanda Jabla.
No wonder.
And sometimes auditing is a process, and they can't force to you highlight which and not see for they provide explanation. Some of them they provide no explanation. And they wait till the thing go to parliament. So when it goes to parliament, it is the duty of the public account committee for ensure say them money they recover. That is why some of we they praise the effort of Honorable Tawa Conte, because we may not see audit report from 2018. Audit report year in year out. They highlight the same issues, but we not been to see a robust public account committee able for bring MDs them na parliament for ask them for them they return those monies or return or explain about the way they expend government money. So for me, I think say the president need to take action. If somebody is finding wanting of audit queries, I think enable for provide explanation, some form of reprisal, some form of measure for there against this person. Or not they get in our country. Which will they get in our country na sort of people then go Lord they go praise the person even when the person don't fall and they praise them. Hey, because it provides maybe half cents for people them. But the audit report, if you follow them, sometimes World Bank will get little work for do. If you follow audit, it's still in the report. In this World Bank report, they still highlight the essence of audit queries and audit finding. And from that, they realize Sierra Leone would have lost about $24 million in terms of revenue, would have lost about $32 million in 3 years in terms of expenditure.
You go say, but when the audit report qui comment, SCC qui comment for kanak chest. Na de Honorable Tawa, na de me meet up. Say once it don't reach na report end, na parliament work, go find other thing do. Yes, na the palabra na the way Honorable Tawa and Francis Ben Kaifala begets. He say once it don't reach na the audit report, that sending now. Na parliament na den get her. Then go find other work do. So na so increase $2 million. Francis Bekifala dey na corner dey bad in first. He say na me for don't get that praises this so. Na me for don't put some money this so na the consolidated fund. But however, Honorable Tawa say nothing. What we turn? Now we turn. Yes, yes, salon na by turn. So it's all what you hear. Eh? With all thing we hear.
Ya Joblo Obaanda Jabla.
Yes. Now so it be. Who's friend, welcome. What you get for we?
Yeah, thank you, Triple A. Thanks for talking through an update of the state of our economy in the salon. And how World Bank don't give reports regarding what in we economy stand. But the more space we able to forget, we not get breathing space on the economy. And we expect now what in the budget they bring for tell you the reality. But many times the budget they look more of expectations of what they need for get rather than what they get and then the budget for give out. So in this area, you always get a big gap where they don't create a black hole in terms of how they manage their budgeting fiscal rules, in terms of how government is spending proper. But now two things the government for always they realize, and even we the citizens therefore know, the government know, but not they tell you back the functions of them 2 year one at World Bank and IMF. See, with all the area where you see the government first, they can't tell you about the manifesto pledges. And the government giving us the manifesto pledges, the pledges of the kitchen and table issue, where they say bread and butter. And that kitchen and table issues are still a big challenge with all the inflation they come out, waiting at the index, at the consumer, waiting they bring waiting in the get. But if government they struggle for their own GDP, the gross domestic product them, so that gross domestic income will reflect on that product. But the product and the income, if you reflect now to the household income, we go generate for let it go able for say that this I go able to work with, they relate. That then the poverty gap. And at this poverty gap, now you see the World Bank they focus for letting go bring them long-term development plan and poverty reduction. And they can always fund most of the projects they wouldn't fund now for like infrastructure, we go able for bring roads and areas that we want being foreseen that this will help towards development. If not light or roads or anything, we want structure we go daily in terms of agriculture or the then we see that we come. When the way IMF can see, say when they get a shock, when I get struggle, for when not get out resilience when the talk say when I tinap tranga one in case of that 3 month buffer of una revenue of reserve, we will stand. And if the 3 months not the already the economy not resilience, that already don't cause the future any shock we can in the attack. And at the shock that one day with the hit we will still not able to forget that economic growth. So but if you see say the IMF then they come for us say, well now we they give now a short term fee. Because even this I wouldn't go business to German because of that tax exemption of that fuel. They don't use to that. Now the other driver and the tipper now they sell them. So these are the things we see how government therefore do the heavily indebted countries them. Would they avoid that heavily indebted poor countries? And that heavily indebted poor countries that in IMF can always they look at, say, well, World Bank, IMF who can't help now. And IMF they wait for them to see a product because they're not the give. So if development they not see the signs, say the couple they can't go develop, then we still hold them up. So but it's a matter of how public spending, then we're able to look to them and make the margin because there is a margin of error where they don't get now. Now the one with a deficit about 50 something million. So how that gap they go pay for itself when the reserve not there and not get any economic growth. But it's a matter of a government to get a free market gain. Therefore, they try to see how markets go able for day, how we expand the markets, how we will do business for let the economy go grow. But if now how we will build up with government and we area for let we secure ourselves, it become an area who now no go narrow because we still even IMF and World Bank tell you now all don't study in school, they all don't go now the economics class and know them thing they are saying that this and this will be balanced.
performance. But if they can't tell una only because of the pretense una not know because una want because then they just remind you. It's more of a reminder to some of this or show una how the global economy is. Because you they challenge the world and the World Bank. In other words, as a development institution, they try to challenge the global economy, and the global economy now they make una stand firm for una go challenge, una get resilient. You see, so these are all the things we hope say then we able to forget anything because the opposite pressure now would force them now the spending. And anything we do before now with the pressure una for not move forward, now in una for try avoid. If una not get area for spend well for develop in terms of money coming in, then una for cut down area una spending and look to how una would develop the one una the making of money instead of giving it out. But it's just a simple economics where for try look for say we not get bond markets. They increase more debt, but we forgo inside the stock market and it will help with. And how? Now agriculture, development, and other things that we will bring on corporate. Thank you so much. We pray for a better nation with better ideas. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, his friend.
You're always welcome. Yeah.
Alpha, welcome, sir. What do you get for me?
So thanks for having me, and thank you to Mr. Usu. And before I go further, like I said, I follow up the interview with Dixon and other development that really happen now with country. Sometimes I can wake them 2 o'clock morning just for each salon time here and that. But the fact remains, this World Bank report honestly expose some of the things where the government, the spokesman, they themselves don't come to media and paint as if Sierra Leone now one good fact we are perfectly okay, even though they can present say, oh yeah, we get small challenges somewhere. Yes, in everything there are challenges. But the fact remains the way these people can present Sierra Leone now media and now paper, honestly you would think Sierra Leone is heaven. But the fact is this report now an independent report. Let's make something clear first now before the media enter inside well. Now an independent report, this will not be influenced by any political line. They not say, oh, na APC then give this report, now then they go interview and anything they call. No. This now the same government will be jump say World Bank not left alone. World Bank this, that. Now we because they get no confidence then they did this. Now World Bank now open the fabrics of waiting the eat we country right now. Corruption. So for me, I go back to what Dixon say. If the government, President Bio in particular, why see Umar King can sometimes they can strong on the president? Because some of them here, you know the go get and report here, you minister there, nobody no master, you think say that good thing for you. No. Because now a learning point. And not today, not to 1 year and they pull report every year. IMF they pull report. World Bank they pull report every year. Waiting at the landing point for meat. Instead, they all sit aside. Instead, they no one for mix. You know what they do? Because the report is damning to the government. The report is damning. They have been said in this thing. Even before this report, what did they call? Yeah, go this in back Mambu. When Mambu don't talk though, you go feel say, salon do okay. When you don't talk down, you go feel say everything don't go on well. I wonder also some of the dates they put to the head in shame where Dixon they analyze this thing for them. Now glad you saw that maybe they not mix Dixon with any other political party person. Now in one then give chance for give your own distinct analysis into this report. To be honest, people and my listeners all over the world, when you follow this report page by page, Dixon time not me they enough for like you talk more. Because the report's not good for we. It's not good as a nation. Let nobody not downplay, say, not downplay or whatever. The fact remains, it's not a good report. And if then continue to next year, the foreign debt will continue for increase. You know, the thing they took Boku for analyze now. But what we have to focus on now the corruption aspect. Let me focus on this report because there are a lot of other things they need to talk on. Now, what of President Bio in very first speech we begin give some people confidence They say we kind of wage war on key things them. Number one thing we make say corruption, lawlessness. But just as Dixon they say, corruption now, linkages where the president be give say they can block. To be honest, na total different things what they see. The first 5 years, Francis Benkefala was all over the media. He did take interview, he did this, he did that. Wait till I ask you now. For wait and can the second term, almost another Benkefala name na media say don't do X, Y, Z. Because everything when they do that first term, most of it was to that. Now when the young people in they cannot do much. You cannot bite the hands that feeds you. So even though they see some of them here, by the time when they launch this the ACC for Didi, even though they see them here, remember I tell you when me talk say Sierra Leone corruption are like a cycle. I don't talk. I remember where ACC cannot take the money where we put it on the consolidated fund, then people can take the money, they misuse them, misappropriate them, then ACC order to them back. Now we see so. So at the end of the day, then they make them work as ACC not relevant anymore. Because this one are Koju, they see the corruption, they see things them, but you cannot do because these are your political party people. They make some of women, they say some of them position then they should be an independent position whether to political party they put you there. Now the same thing means when we talk about the police commissioner. Not to politics for put you there. No, na competency. This should be for even put inside the constitution now. So you know it is certain position and they because it linked to politics, you are limited to work. You are limited. The judges then and the other thing and the back. Because everything linked to government, the president, the political party where they win election, now don't get the opportunity for appoint all them be position and they. So these people cannot perform because guess what? Now then tribesmen, now then people and put them there. So when can follow the ACC don't done it like we fire don't hot. Now this the hits no more now we see. And we don't get any big name again or any big deal when they do till this 2028 election come. Then I mark this word back. Because the way they do the corruption now the young people them. Now the young people them, and you cannot hold them. You hold them, then they call you, hey, they don't hold me on so. Corruption did to the extent that even when they can read you, then they find it difficult for defend. Very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. So for me, I feel say President Bio still. He still gets an opportunity for still make some changes. Just like where Dixon say, if you some of people can talk, people can think say, oh, we're anti-government people or whatever. No. We love Sierra Leone to the extent that we don't care which political party is in power, but the fact remains that the right thing be done. You find somebody corrupt, remove and totally, not change and say go put another side. No. But what would they see? A clear evidence that the arrest case when we can wait and say for the school begin there. At the end of the day, not only the man a minister so back, but in come up here. So for me, I feel say President Bio now the be all and end all to some of these things. And not until he ready for make change, them minister then they always put down and they're not going to make change. Not until he's ready for be clean enough that they're not going to find a one thing. Because if the way they around you, man, the way they walk around you, they know your secrets, they know what you they do when a wrong thing. That they give them more power for let them do their own. You don't able to talk about them. Because they know your own secrets. So that make the be all and end all stop at President Bio. he still has the opportunity to do something for we nation. Now, lights will struggle. The kind billions they will not put into light sector. So be honest with all when they listen to this program. This president you in era, this 10 years where they do so, they don't get money pass any other government to me get sense when we don't sabi for light business. So if they cannot put these lights for weed and they cannot fix it, then I don't know what they go ever fix again. Because water na no go zone area. Infrastructure, the reports don't tell we road. When they give it's all money, it's money for road, but it's road. So that the UNICEF na no go zone, nobody talk on that side. But President Bio need for left a positive legacy in our country. He still gets 2 years plus for do 2 good years plus. If he cannot, don't like critics say waiting the remember for now all for bad. And if no trying for make you can left then can legacy then be. Once more, that's now my own for today. Thank you very seriously, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome, sir.
Omar, welcome, sir. What you get for me?
Yes, sir. I don't listen to una all. See, but you una all the not the realize or friends was understand say not to extra people and they commit them crime here. Now mother bio know every corruption with it. You let me tell you something. If anyone can win I feel say mother bio not be know the people that will be cause that chaos that state house about that fake hotel receipt. You think again. If anybody thinks a mother bio not be know the drugs where you on continue for the taker. You did a very good part. If na kush be the take, continue. Take all the name that we then get up on the kush. All the name that we then mention kush, continue for take them. If anybody will say, Madabio, no, the destruction will go on in this country in terms of corruption. The man na a well calculated man. He dey look for an exit way. Because tomorrow you go say, well, now you when you put them into any inquiry, you say, now you not been the president, you say not to me be in the run. Even if you try for peanuts, but now you not the president, now you hired that possibly. So I don't know what team they go there, I hire them. And the report that they come. Now, if you want to tell us, well, why you not be fired and people and they will jail them, and another issue for another day. But this man, just like how the way in they make money with traveling, them per diem. So I don't know if I've been the same man this would say, or something will appear. I don't know if it be article or some one of the radio or television institution and they would again a Sierra where somebody be analyze how much in per diem they give a day.
No, na impressed they get, they get per diem where they travel. Now that guy Tamba Momo na be tell we, they get per diem, na impressed. So na make them fake that receipt. Na impressed they get. For like say okay, then they ask and say okay, this trip one they go pa waiting on think say the traveling be then go say 5 million, 10 million, but then for count sit back for come back come up for saying that money they didn't spend when I did the UK they take place.
And then they get up and they make serious money on all them traveling. So when with the very informations like this about IMF, let me tell you something. I'm not going to talk about Australia or England or any other country. I talk about America. when you get bad credit, the numbers are not the line. You see, so IMF they treat them like have creditors and they treat people in there. So if you get bad credit, then they give you money because until you want them. But if you AAA gets 850, 840, or 830, 740, 750, may get 500 or 400 or 400. When you go for go take motoka or for go get credit card or for go loan money in a bank, if they give you 6%, not today marry them.
It's also I be there. I say be there in New York. If you don't come on Boston.
If you don't come on New York, if you don't come on Boston, okay. You can show me the company where you work for.
But in a man say whose company be the work for right time back home because that last thing I tell you say we be there na the apartment you say where you done you they come for can help people in a Sierra Leone so you be right to tell we.
Work na day. They never get better work. They not been get them. Few they will be lucky. Like the man, Minister of Health, who not talk say work for Salon government for the United States, and was say for state of New York or whatever. Yeah. So work not day. So if you see that the thing is, let's say that through say the Minister of Health, if you work for CDC, they make this amount of money. Then you go say, well, this is good. This man go back to Sierra Leone for go give back. No, we be honest to ourselves. Now give this man go for go give back. What you don't give back? Me, I don't see white people and where they give back. I don't talk that I take a business class in college, a business law. Now a judge. Now the local city who I reside. Now judge. But because that college they been now they start. So if they can't give back, if they do it for free. You they see people and I then get them where they call them volunteer. Let me tell you, that mastership where you see the parade in Sierra Leone. You know they see the commercial, the adverts that with television there all the time. So not of us in the United States government and they speak that money they put them. Now American and the people you see, now they talk about say Americans not to the not to the country they talk. They talk about the people, not to the government, rather, to the government, but Americans them. Now people where they give. Now giving people them. Because if you not believe, who's that what they want to go for me? I go tell you now what they come out. Small thing happen. You they say they watch football. One ball where they play, I don't know, I think the University of Oregon, but the university the way they play. A mama die of cancer in left arm with 3 or 4 of his siblings then. Now in the paddle. Because ESPN be make that news day out. Somebody now just see that it say me go take the only thing because the body in a college due to college regulation where you student the in a college you not forget and give that you've been big back in the day because may they follow sports now religiously. You certain amount there or gift the way you know for do. But people are not cheap in. Now when they see small picking and they sell Kool-Aid for whatever cause. You go see small picking where they don't survive from cancer or survive from something where I put and say, you know what, I go make a difference from this thing. Begin sell Kool-Aid, lemonade. Before you remember, if a mama got for cause for letting quit in your job for helping picking and that cause day, and they take that money they then give. So we're not giving nation this. People are not good at give back. I know say somebody go sit down now, go to talk, say, well, their money they did and they tax them. Well, I bet it better for let it give, then it tax them back, let it tax because that the system, that the nation. But at least again, Yes, if you want the now the country them they say the Gagaban them money then the way they give because he put up charity, he go fight. But what do you want? At least because he get a enough sidon panam. Again, because of the way where the laws them structured that this nation say, okay, if you spend that money there, at the end of the year, if not charity you spend on power or any other organization, you go use them whether you get credit or you go get a refund. You understand? So now giving nation this. So all them people out there say, hey, this family they make tech, if they make good money now overseas, not to give go for go give. Now something they go for go get there. Because what this man they get now, let's say the minister, if this man be they make now 200,000. No matter what happens, I'm not facing that man they could make anywhere not of 200,000. You know how much they make in salon right now? You know how many money we don't come under the Ministry of Health when other people they donate? Where 2 or 3, 4 million don't go in my pocket. So I go take that gamble anytime. Even if I didn't get job now, whether they pay me 500,000. Now you give me any serious ministerial position as salon, and the left go there. Because that 1 grand deal, now any hand they hit fan. Anyway, Thomas Dixie, they tell me say $60-something million waste. They claim say they make road. Inside the road go. Money they show up na bank will not exist. So if you sit down now you they make 100,000, 200,000, now you go get ministry. Now whatever project we come to that ministry they will cost 10, 50, 20 million, 5, 6 million go in your pocket. You don't quadruple what you be they make now your lifetime. What you everything way they make now. So let nobody let them give you them crap the day. Oh, that man they make money now. My brother, we know what's in Africa. Being a politician in Africa is a lucrative job. So we know Marabio, he know what they do. He know exactly all the things where they happen. In finger, he depend on like we hand pan time bomb or atomic bomb. So let us not the fool we say. Until then they say we go beyond, let us continue for go beyond. Because now the tomorrow, Mambo go come back. Who now watch? Mambo go come. It go find way. Because now that they believe on. Then go light mosquito coils on side. When they don't go light mosquito coil, then you go see them anch them all over social media. Yeah. You see this government they do. Look back. They don't put light there. Then they go the other side back, then go light per lamp. Yeah. You see. Now that they happen, you never see anything they move, but because the propaganda within Africa, and they don't know say they need to do of this, then they do of this service to the nation, but that's not the least of the worries. Then just want say we side they that government did in a power, then go make money. That's not the wickedness of we race. The whole kingdom we always they blame other people. We race. The black race, something not right with we. Especially the one in Africa, something not right. The greed, it is beyond control. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Omar. Now, Omar, I ain't talk. Yeah? I want to say plenty thank you to all the one the way wish happy birthday. And what are they called so? You they call you the flash and they call post you the flash show. We done. Whoever is testing their numbers. For today, August 9 lead, February follow, September, May, July, by the number, so anyone we see a call after, no say 9 follow. August 1st, February 2nd position, 3rd position, September, 4th position, May, 5th position, July, 6th position, December, 7th position, November. 8th position, October. 9th position, June. 10th position, January. 11th position, March. April, 12th position. Thank you. We will come back tomorrow for can continue. Till we meet back tomorrow. Triple say Tata. And I thank you all for the birthday wishes. Appreciated. Bye.